Hello and welcome back. So in the last video, I said briefly about why should you start coding and why should you consider coding as a possible addition to your arsenal of skills. But in order to make a strong point, that doesn't seem to be enough. And in order to make a strong point, knowing the what's and how of coding is very important. Now, I've seen a tendency in the people who are not from computer science background to refer to the whole computer science as coding, which isn't actually true, of course, and it's much more complicated than that. And to be able to understand it completely by knowing all the terms and terminologies, it will take a lot of time, and let's deal with it later. For now, what I want to establish is what I actually mean when I ask you to start coding. I want to address questions like is coding the only way to become successful in life? Is coding the only way that can save you from the job crisis? And questions like that. To that, I will say, as we all know, that the world of science and technology is becoming more and more interdisciplinary by the day. So, in your field of work, you will encounter a lots of concepts and topics from other fields too. But no one expects you to know everything. No one expects you to be a master of all the trades. But imagine a scenario. Suppose there's a research lab which is working on self-driving shopping carts, and they have some vacancies, one for a mechanical engineer, one for a graphic designer, and one for an electronics engineer maybe. And you, being a mechanical engineer, you applied for that post, and like you, hundreds of other mechanical engineers too applied for the job. But now here you have some experience in graphic design too, so your resume will stand out from all those hundreds of students, and it can be a possible advantage for you in the selection procedure. Now there can be many such things that you can add up to your skill sets, like oration or creative writing and anything else that will always give you an advantage wherever you go. And coding is just one of hundreds of such things that you can take up. Can you see the placement now? It's not like you will lag behind if you don't start coding. No, you will not. That means you can choose whatever skill you want to add to your skill set. It doesn't need to be coding only. And a good way will be to see what all possibilities are there in your field and then choose the ones that you would like to do. And here I'm talking specifically about coding because it has the most widespread use in the field of science and technology, and in fact in any field of life. Now, coding is not the only way that will give you highest paid jobs, but it surely creates the most interesting, the most shortest path towards it. So I hope what all I said till now will help you in judging things better and deciding what's best for you. But I'll always say that start coding, because once you get into it, it's amazing. Don't believe me? Let's see how. As I said in the previous video, that no matter in which field you are, coding helps you have a better control over your environment, and it helps you automate things and eventually be able to innovate. And it also improves your problem solving ability by each passing problem. Computer based technology has found its way in each and every domain. Either you work in a factory or in a home office, you're a teacher or you're a business owner, everyone knows how to use technology and everyone is surrounded by technology. But imagine if you could interact with it internally. Imagine if you could make it obey you and do things in great detail. That's what coding enables you to do. For example, suppose you're designing a website using WordPress, which has numerous templates on themes and plugins that you can use. But if you know how to code a website, you will have a better, very detailed and a far-reaching control over the elements of that website. You must be doing a lot of things on a daily basis that seem so boring and repetitive, and at times you wish that there was a skip button that will automatically finish the trivial tasks so that you can turn on to the most important ones. For example can be that of the librarian scenario. Imagine filling all the details of all the book issues, reissues, returns, and all the documentation about the book. It seems so hefty and so repetitive and boring, and entering all those data manually into Excel sheets is very time consuming. But if you could make a program in which you just feed in the information and it does everything automatically, that will save up a lot of time. Now, if you have a control over your environment and you have already automated the trivial and time consuming stuff, then you save a lot of time and mind space that you can use in order to innovate and create amazing things. And innovation has no boundaries. and there is a huge demand of innovative solutions in all the fields ranging from disaster management, environmental science, and healthcare, and farming, and a lot more fields than you can imagine. So I hope this video made things a bit more clearer and compelled you to think of what are skills that you can add up to your current skill set in order to give you a bit advantage. And hopefully I'm able to generate some interest in you for coding. And if you've come so far and have even a little bit of interest in coding, I'm not going to leave you hanging, and I'm not going to teach you coding either, because I too am learning, and you can find a lot of resources on how to code. But in the next few videos, I'll try to establish a possible roadmap that you can take in order to learn coding effectively. And I hope it will help you in having an amazing coding journey. So like the video if you find it useful, share it with your friends, of course, and do subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for more. Have a great day. Bye bye.